Hello there, and we are live. See, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, people, yeah, this is the Arsenal transfer show. And you know what, yeah, the first part of the show started in a brother who is here, who is the big guest down here. You know, we're on the show together. And see, we had that blast. I think that was about 2 weeks ago, and now this is the second episode in that of the series. And it's not a person that my partner in crime, not a person that my boy, the guy from the southern side of America. See ya, guys. The Southern Gunners in the house, guys. Southern Gunner, you're welcome to the show.
Hey man, always good to be here. Always good to be here, brother. Always good to be amongst you and brother TJ, man. You know, we coming off a nice win last night, watching Balogun scoring. So
yeah. See, guys, See, don't think about this, I know they're both Americans. You know, I'm bringing in another American down here. You know me. See, I don't discriminate. I love Americans too. So. I'm not turning this into the American Idiot show, but you know what? The second American is here. Need no introduction, guys. You already know this guy, yeah? TJ Warren, my guy. You're welcome to the show, man. How you doing, TJ?
Thanks for having me, Tony. Yeah, we got a holiday here in the U.S. today, so I'm just kind of relaxing, taking it easy before heading back to work. And looking forward to the discussion with you and Maddie. Let's get to it, guys. There's plenty to discuss. We got trophies in our cabinet here in the United States of America, so I'm flying a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
We'll get into that definitely. See, Matt, you know what I want to get into first of all? The matchup yesterday. USA.
Well, I mean, you know,
Canada.
It was
Bro.
All you need to take away from that game was Balogun looked like an uniformed striker. That's all you need to take away from
my God. It's as if this guy is telepathy, yeah. When me and Matt come together, yeah, we just act telepathic, yeah. We are. That's because we are. See, we have a striker who's scoring goals for fun in France and comes up on international duty and scores a brilliant goal. See,
Second game.
My God. We're going for Kai Havertz. Arsenal is going to beg Chelsea Football Club for Kai Havertz. Yeah? Let that sink in. While we have a striker who's scoring goals for fun, who's enjoying having a new lease of life, and he's put down the gauntlet today on the news. He told Mikel Arteta directly, it's either Arsenal allow me to play, or it's either you sell me. Matt, what's your take on that? Balogun, yesterday.
You know, I said this earlier this morning on with Curtis Shaw this morning, is that Balogun plays with a chip on his shoulder. And it says a lot that he said, you know what? I'm probably not going to get a lot of time playing for England. I'm going to go to the United States where I can get some experience on the international level, and I can play. I'll probably start. And let's contrast that with one in the room. And for those who watch my channel, you know when I say in the room, you know who I'm referring to. He had an opportunity to go play for Ghana at a World Cup. What does he do? What does he do? Nah, I'll just try to play for England. And so you look at the two, and you can just see the attitudes of the two are completely different. The attitudes are completely different, which lets me know that the field play will be completely different. We have a player that's on payroll for $100,000, and here's a player that we can immediately come in and would uplift this team. And we're spending $60 million allegedly on a player who scored what was the number? And for all 3 years, is it 19 in 3 years or something on that line? I know last year it was 7 goals, 1 assist, and 32 starts, and that's not good enough. That sounds too close to in the room. It's not. That's out of order. This out of order.
It's out of order. See, TJ, do you want to add to that? Yeah, Balogun scoring goals for fun, and we're out here begging Kai Havertz to come to our football club. Can you believe what's going on here? Yeah, can you believe it?
Yeah, I can believe it. What I can say is that we have an informed striker coming back off a loan that Mikel Arteta does not rate. I mean, that's the long and the short of it, is that he does not rate Flo Balogun, and the rumors are still swirling, everybody, that he's going to get bought, and Arsenal are going to try to attach a buyback clause to him. That's the latest on Flo Balogun. I really want to see this guy start and get an opportunity to start, even over Jesus in that center forward striker position. I think he can at least split time. The kid is ready. Okay, the kid is ready to play for Arsenal. I don't know how many times and how much he needs to show on both the international stage. That was his second game for the United States. That was his second game. Yeah. We are going to run CONCACAF for the next 5-7 years. I'm going to tell you that right now. But getting back to Arsenal, he just doesn't fit in Mikel Arteta's plan, but apparently Kai Havertz does. The only reason I would bring in Kai Havertz is maybe because of the Champions League experience, but at the end of the day, what does he produce? Very little is the answer. So it's frustrating, everybody. It's frustrating. I think everybody in the chat's frustrated. I know Matt's frustrated. I know I'm very frustrated, and I'm staying pretty muted about it. But what are you going to do? It is the way of the Arsenal. So if this ends up killing us, it's gonna be a long season for Arsenal.
It's a long summer because see, I don't believe any of all these lies. Yeah, that this Arsenal PR machine is actually spewing out there. Yeah, there is nothing Kai Havertz will come to do at Arsenal right now. Like he's not the guy. He's not the guy. But we'll get to that issue whether he's the guy or he's not the guy when we get to that topic, actually. Because right now we're just opening a can of worms with this Balogun stuff. Yeah. So, Matt, was Balogun right to say, you know what? Yeah, if you're not playing me, you need to sell me. Is he correct in doing that?
Absolutely. There's no reason for this man to sit here and dry rot. When you look over there and you see some of the players that's getting Rob Holding, you got other players around it, the team that that are getting time. This man is in his prime. He's 21 years old. He's 21. I think he's 21 years old. He's rolling. He's coming off of a great season. He's proven it. Now, people can sit there and make an argument about, it's the French league. Nobody's paying attention to that. Well, I mean, you've got Messi was over there. You had Mbappe. You had quite a few players over there.
Mbappe out there.
That was doing fairly well over there. And here this young man is in the top 10 scores of the league over there. And he's 100% correct, man. There are have you checked the strikers market as of late? Have you been down there and looked at the strikers that's out there to be picked up? It is barren lands, man. So this man knows he can get an opportunity to play. We need a striker. We need a striker. We need a striker. This man is a striker. He fits exactly what we need. But we all know how this is going to go. We know how this is going to go.
Of course, we already know how it's going to go. We do know.
Yeah.
We do know.
So get prepared for the rules.
But this is where my argument is, because Balogun has come out publicly right now. It's not in the shadows again. He came out publicly to say this yesterday, that if Arsenal, that is not going on any more loans again. It's a public affair. And you know the kind of coach we have, Mikel Arteta. If there's any iota of outspokenness about you, about your nature, about your essence, your very essence, that makes you a player. If you're outspoken in any way, you're in for trouble. Mikel
Yeah.
Arteta doesn't
Mhm.
like that. He sees it as red flags, like the perfect red flag. TJ, I want to key you two into this because to go to both you two. Then after you, of course, Matt will chime in on this. Do you think it will rob Mikel Arteta off in the wrong way for Balogun to go public with this? Because we do know that our coach doesn't like all this type of things discussed in the public. He wants it to be enshrouded in secrecy. So do you think Balogun going about with this in public is the right way
I
to
think
get into the
it'll.
heart of Mikel?
I think the way that Balogun plays does not fit into Arteta's plans, which is why you don't see any rumors about us, trying to sign him or trying to get him to stay. I'm gonna go ahead and say here. I'm gonna play Nostradamus here, Matt. I'm gonna do it. Are you ready for the PR machine?
Let's
Are you ready
roll.
for me to predict it? Here we go. We're going to bring Flo in for the preseason, right? You're going to bring him to America. They're going to parade him around because he's the new American. We're going to parade him around. We're going to play him. He's going to play against the MLS All-Stars. He's going to play against Manchester. He's going to play against United. He's going to play against Barcelona. And then as soon as they get back to England, they're going to sell him.
Going right to Inter Milan.
Yep. They're going to sell him. So I don't think that it really matters, Tony, to answer your question. I mean, Mikel has his team. He has shown that all he cares about is parading around his choices, which are Gabriel Jesus and he who shall not be named, currently wearing the number 14 sweater
In the room.
So yeah. Apparently Kai Havertz
in the room.
I don't understand where we're gonna put Kai Havertz. I've been saying this for the last 5 days since it started being a rumor. Where are we gonna play him? Left center mid, center forward. Where does he fit in?
TJ, let me throw this in there. Why are we even buying this guy when we had Trossard?
Another great point.
My very thoughts.
Hey, bro, we spent almost $30 million on Trossard. See, Tony, I told you this when we did our show. We spend money, absorbing amounts of money on players, and we do not play them. Then when it's time to sell them, we get absolutely nothing. Why are you spending that kind of money on a player like Trossard and not just playing him in that position and then go getting someone else to just hit to play off the bench? I just don't understand what's going on at this football club. I don't genuinely understand what's going on. We know what we need. It's been on record. It's been proven. We went in for Rice and Salcedo. We saw this. Me and you covered it live on the air here on YouTube, and we covered it. We announced it. We know that they were doing it, and then to come into the summer. And as soon as the window opens, you go directly away from that to go get something that we absolutely don't need. We don't need Kai Havertz. It doesn't make any sense, y'all. It just doesn't make any sense that we have sat here again. We're 2 weeks into the transfer window, and then you look. And I was sitting here while I was eating my lunch today. I was sitting here looking, and I said, "Wait a minute. We're about a month away from the guys coming over here to the States, and here we are still dithering around." I'm watching everybody else make moves. Chelsea have sold 4 players today. 4 players. I don't care what they got going on, what kind of brown bag stuff they got going on over there. They are moving players out. They are getting them out. Arsenal are still sitting here with old bread in the refrigerator. We have old bread in the refrigerator, and we're still making ham sandwiches. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This regime has to be looked at for its inability to get business done adequately. there's no reason that we should be still talking about Rice when we know we needed Rice. It's just like I told you yesterday, the jollof rice has been on the pot too long, and me and you both know what happened when jollof rice has been on the stove too long. It's no good.
If you don't,
if you know, you know.
See, see, we're even going too far. Yeah, I don't even know if these guys have a transfer plan. It's not even right now about doing the business. The business, we've not gotten to that extent of thinking if these guys know how to do the business. Yeah, it is. Do these guys have a thinking cap on? Are they thinking? And again, how can I trust? See, yeah, I don't trust Mikel Arteta to bring out any magic. Yeah, to bring out any magic, any transformative magic to bring back Kai Havertz to whatever form they thought this guy was on even before he came to Chelsea or whatever. Because we have Trossard, who came into this football club, yeah, in March became our player of the month for March. And in April, he's not having any starts at all in the whole of April. No starts at all. I don't trust this manager to deliver on whatever promises he's trying to sell towards Arsenal fans about Kai Havertz. This guy has done nothing. And I see him with this Chelsea team, yeah? Lacks movement. People are saying he got pace. Pace for what when you can't score in front of goal? For me, that pace is useless. And this guy has been used, and see, yeah, he's lost his identity. If you're spending 70 million on a player, I want to know, what identity does this guy have? Is he going to be playing as a striker? Is he going to be playing as a midfielder, as an attacking midfielder? Is he going to be a replacement for, or a like-for-like replacement for Martin Odegaard? Is he going to play behind the striker? That's what I mean. Is he going to be coming from the flanks? Out of the flanks, who is he going to replace? You know, all these things, yeah, is what we should be thinking about. And that's what makes this Kai Havertz signing smell of sewage. Like total garbage. It's garbage to me. It's real sewage. Total garbage. Because what will this guy apparently do in this football club that Trossard can do? Trossard can multitask. He can play all round in the front three. He can play Martinelli's area. He can play as a front runner, as the number 9. He could play in Saka's area. Why do we need this guy? He can dribble. He can move past players. That's been proven last season. Like, there's nothing. This guy doesn't have anything in his wheelhouse. And today I was seeing a report that Mikel Arteta is actually the front runner of this deal. He was involved in the negotiations.
Not surprised.
In this deal, yeah, it took center stage for this Kai Havertz deal. So, guys, yeah, you guys know who to hold responsible. See, left for me, I might even remove Edu out of that position and put Mikel Arteta in, because, bro, if Mikel Arteta tells Edu on the board, I don't need this guy, he wouldn't come. But this time, he's taking center stage to negotiate this deal, which means that he wants Kai Havertz to be his signing. So it's not a signing that's been pushed to him. It's a signing that he has demanded for. Yeah. Do you guys agree with that?
I think it's the most. I think that's.
It's a signing that Mikel Arteta has demanded for. He has single-handedly demanded for Kai Havertz.
I think he's looking for championship or Champions League depth. I hate to see 60 million sitting on the bench, but I think that's what's going to be happening. I really do. I blame Edu and Arteta for this one.
Oh yeah, both.
But I had a question for both of you, and I'm not trying to change the subject here. But have we signed Declan Rice yet?
No.
Have we gotten rid of Granit Xhaka yet?
No.
Have
we got rid of Vieira? Have we
sent out Vieira on loan to Gold's Gym yet? Have we gotten rid of Sambi Lakanga? Have we gotten rid of the deadwood in this team? No.
Nope.
No. Why are we waiting so
The answer
long?
is no.
Is it because we don't know if we're going to get Declan Rice, so we're holding on to all of our cards until we figure out if we can get Declan Rice across the line? I really want to get Matt and Tony's opinion on this, because I think that he is the domino that sets everything off. Hopefully, but this this whole Kai Havertz situation was something I did not see coming when I saw that first when this first came up. So I want to know what you guys think about that.
We have sat here again, and we have held on. We've got players that should Tony and TJ, Sammy Lukonga, Vieira. These players should be a surplus to goods, man. They should have been moved on. Get something for the players and move on. You should have a list of players ready to go that you want to bring in. Kai Havertz. Okay, so explain to me who's going to be the defensive midfielders next year. Are we going to have one defensive midfielder? Declan Rice is going to be the one defensive midfielder that's going to stop off the attacks.
Yeah,
but we're going to get overran next year. That was the problem at the end of the year this year. We were leaking goals. This regime does not look at what the problem areas are and fix it. We need Declan Rice, and we needed Salcedo. We sat here, Tony. I've been yelling this for the last month, almost for the last 6 months. Rice and Salcedo, not one or the other. We need both. I have sat there and watched people on Twitter say that anybody who was asking for Rice and Salcedo together don't know football. We're out of order. Well, if we're out of order, why did Arsenal put in 2 bids for him in January? Why did Arsenal put in two bids for both players? In fact, in January. Listen, man, it is time. This year here, man, this coming up year here is the year that this foolishness needs to get cut off. This needs to be cut off. I mean, Kai Havertz, man. Who on this panel was asking about Kai Havertz back in February? Back in March? Back when we were struggling for people to score? Who was asking for Kai Havertz? Where are the Arsenal fans at? Show them to me online. At me on Twitter. I want to see this. Who was calling for this man? Nobody.
They're all calling for him now, Matt.
Well, the PR machine specializes. Our PR machine is a cut above the rest. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I know one thing. Kai Havertz is not what we need. Declan Rice, the deal should have been done. Tony, that would have been the easiest deal to make this year, is to get Declan Rice. But what have we done? We have left it late. Man City has showed up on the scene. Ten Hag is pissed because he couldn't get in on this Declan Rice situation. He's mad because
on this Declan Rice issue.
On that deal. Yeah,
he's pissed off with the Manchester United board.
Yep. And you got people who are starting to come in. Bayern Munich already tried to go in and get him. Arsenal still sitting right here. We still trying to figure out paperwork. We still trying to figure out how to work a fax machine. That's what we're doing. Arsenal is still trying to figure out in 2023 how to work a fax machine. I'm telling you, man. I told y'all I was done with Edu. I told you I was done with him last year. He should have been fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Wait. Let's go into this.
What we're doing.
Let's go into this Declan Rice issue, yeah? See, we all knew, all Arsenal fans knew that our number one target, of course, this summer was Declan Rice. That's the number one target. Just like Liverpool, their number one target was McAllister this season. And they got him even before the market slammed open. Yeah? So right now, they said that Arsenal have already placed a first bid for Declan Rice. They said that they've rejected that deal. The second deal, I heard they've rejected that deal. I don't know how true is that. But right now, no one is saying anything. The camp from West Ham, no one is saying anything from there. It has just grown cold. And mind you, right now, Ten Hag has got, I think close to 120 million to spend. I don't think, and that is entire budget for this summer. So I don't think he will be going into the transfer window and competing with Arsenal for that Declan Rice signing. But the team I'm very wary about, it's Man City. TJ, do you think Man City can gazump this deal away from Arsenal? What do you think? Because we're not hearing anything from any club yet. West Ham hasn't said anything. I think his agent is trying to leech out of this, out of what is going on. Because when you're dealing with Arsenal, you can just leech out of the whole system, because it's Arsenal that that are negotiating. Stupid, blockheaded negotiators doing business there.
Yeah. So if Man City want Declan Rice, they will get him, because they have the winning no BS mentality that this team does not. We will pay for a free sandwich. All right. Free lunch, we would insist on paying. Okay. That is the mentality of this club's Good Vibes SC, Good Relations FC. So as soon as Man City come in and the going gets tough and there's a threat of a bidding war, Edu will just cut bait and walk away. He will cut bait and walk away, and that's exactly what's happening. The problem is they open the door to this when they lowball West Ham for their legend. Okay, so we open with a bid. They said, West Ham came out and said at the beginning, and I know I'm not educating anybody here, I'm just refreshing. They said we want 100 million plus add-ons, and we want a lot of that up front, right? I think they were saying they wanted half up front, which for their legend, for the person that could have a statue outside of the London Stadium in the future, they gave 80 million and 10 million in add-ons over 6 years. I would dismiss that outright too. It's insulting. It's absolutely insulting.
Yeah, I want to accept that for my club captain.
Exactly.
I won't take that.
So now that Arsenal are like, oh no, they're serious. That's like somebody coming up to us in Henri in Henri's heyday and saying, hey, we'll give you 30 million for Henri, and we're gonna pay you that over 7 years. We would laugh at that. You'd be laughed out of the building. And that is an accurate comparison. So here's what is so infuriating about this club is that after they got rejected with that, there was like, oh, well, I guess now we have to get serious. And then they start talking about throwing in 100 M's plus the 10 millions in add-ons. And they're still not meeting the requirements in terms of getting the money to them up front. We have the money, guys. We have it. I don't want to hear any of this, oh, well, FFP is really going to keep us from getting this deal done. Bullshit. Excuse my language.
Bull crap. That's right.
Bull
He's
crap.
right.
Sorry.
Bull crap.
Anyway, all I'm saying, sorry guys, I'm getting angry. So
you say, hey, CJ, you should be angry. We're 2 weeks into a transfer.
You should be angry.
We hadn't got anybody.
If you're an Arsenal fan and you're not angry at this transfer window, I'm sorry, you're not a fan.
Yeah,
let
me just drive this point home real quick, Tony.
This transfer dealing should make you angry.
Yeah, let me just drive this point home.
It should test your resolve as an Arsenal fan.
I'm going to throw this out here. This Kai Havertz thing is a safety net for when we don't get Rice. The happy clappers in this fan base are going to say, you know what? We couldn't get Declan Rice. We're going to end up hanging on to Partey. I know that there's a lot going on in the background there, but we're going to hang on to him because we couldn't get Declan Rice. Hey, he was our MVP for a couple of months last season. But hey, we got Kai Havertz, and we're really going to make an honest run at the Champions League. And I'm really, really confident in this squad. And then Arteta is going to go up there in his Lego-shaped hair and make excuses for his bosses because they couldn't get the guy who wants to come to Arsenal, apparently, over the line. Sorry, I'm done now.
Okay.
Sorry for cussing. Sorry for cussing too. I'm sorry. I just get so upset.
See,
It's so ridiculous.
okay. No, absolutely no problem. Absolutely no problem. I do understand you. Most Arsenal fans are angry with the names they are seeing, being linked to this football club. It's like we're like, I don't know, man. We've turned to the standards of winning, win the dog or whatever is that puppy's name at Coney. See, Matt, yeah. The issue of Thomas Partey. Let's get into this issue of Thomas Partey, yeah. Granit Xhaka was supposed to leave the football club at the end of the season. This guy hasn't gone. I just want every Arsenal fan to understand that Granit Xhaka is still at this football club. He hasn't gone yet. And I foresee that this season this guy might not go. I'm sorry, man. I don't think this guy will go. He's not going. Instead, I see a scenario where Thomas Partey will be pushed out of the football club. Because with what is going on in the rounds in the news, Thomas Partey is having discussions with the football club not to extend his deal. He's still got a deal till 2025. And Arsenal was supposed to come to the table and discuss an extension for that deal, yeah, in this summer transfer window. Instead, Arsenal is discussing an avenue for Thomas Partey to leave the football club. They're also telling him that they will give him full support to even scout the Saudi Arabian market for him to go to Saudi Arabia to go and play. So, we might end up this summer without Thomas Partey, which is one of our most important midfielders in that Arsenal dugout. Yeah, is that one that glues the whole midfield together for us? Because when this guy doesn't play, we have a problem. In the matches that he did not play last season, Arsenal lost most of them. He's the key. He's that key that glues everything up. And we might actually face our big rivals for the titles, Man City, if you want to say so, next season without Thomas Partey. Matt, what do you have to say to this? Thomas Partey out of the football.
If we were moving Thomas Partey, and I knew for 100% fact that the money would be reinvested into a better player, I might go along with it. But I know what's going to happen. I've seen this play out before. We know what's about to happen. We're going to move him on. We'll go sign. See, let me explain it to you this way. It's the best way I can explain it, because I know people are going to say, "Well, we're going to bring in Lavia." Let me explain this how this should work. This is how it should have worked. What should have happened is we should have not signed Vieira. That money would have been available. We should have signed. We should have moved on Thomas Partey, signed Sato, signed Rice. Then you have Lavia. The money that you have for Vieira will be used for this player Lavia that you could bring in, and then you can get him up to speed in the team, because he's still a young lad. He's 19. He's still a young lad. So he's got a little ways to go. But Arsenal have put themselves in a situation where, think about this. If Declan Rice came in and God forbid he got hurt, let's say we let Thomas Partey go. Vieira, Jorginho. I mean, just think about where we at with that. The whole thing is all
TJ.
It is it is all thrown up in the air. And so now what you've got is now we're trying to figure out, okay, well, we move Partey off, and let's see what we can go and get this person. Or we can instead of just doing what you need to do. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all gonna hear. I'm gonna sound like a broken record today, y'all. And big up the chat. I'm gonna sound like a broken record.
Big up in the charts, everyone that's there. Carl Rossi, Tottenham away, MEFC Global. Of course, Jamio is here with us. My wife here is also here too. Princess Adora, big ups to you. She says, "Well done, guys." Cyborg Ninja is also here too. TJ Warren TV is also here, and of course, Bagav, our guy, is also here. Bagav, you're welcome to the fray. Matt, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying that what we should have done from the start, and I know this is going to sound like a broken record, but I can't keep hammering this enough. Rice and Salcedo should have both been brought in. It's just like TJ said, the money is there. How do you know the money's there, man? They put the bids in. They put the bids in. There's 2 or 3 times we've seen them put in top dollar bids. The money is there. The money is there. Yeah, exactly. Said cut the check. The check needs to be cut. There's no excuse. There's no excuse that we should not have those 2 men in this football club if we were being ambitious. They told us that we were going to be, they said that getting in the Champions League, we will be going to the top of the charts. We could go get whatever we want, a better, greater player. And all I'm seeing is the same old thing that I've seen the last 4 years. Absolutely excuses and not working and trying hard enough. What is going on at this football club? What is going on at this football club that we have to sit here 2 weeks? We're 2 weeks into this thing, and we hadn't even sniffed a signing. A signing. I don't want to hear anything about players like Saliba and all that. That was stuff that should have already been taken care of. I'm talking about fresh bodies into the football club. Fresh bodies. We need warriors in this team. Otherwise, I'm telling you, Tony, me and you talked about this off camera last week, and I'm going to say this. When you asked me, you said, Matt, where do you think we're going to finish? I said, genuinely, 7th, 8th place right now, the way this team looks. A lot of people, we'll compete. We'll compete because we finished in 2nd place this year. We finished in 2nd place. Y'all are in for a rude awakening. Go look at the money that City is selling. They're talking about selling Bernardo Silva for. Look at the money that Chelsea's making. I think I saw a number today, 770 million euros. Tony, is what I saw that Chelsea is slated to make off of player sales. You know how much money? Don't you answer it, Tony. Don't you answer it, TJ. You know how much money that Arsenal has made off player sales last year? 19 million euros. 19 million euros, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, it should be if this is the United States, I would say there should be an IRS audit to find out where his money is going.
Facts.
Because when it make it look like brown envelope stuff, man. When you see 19 million euros, Tony, 19 million euros, a club like Arsenal, we're letting players walk out the door. Exactly, TJ. Exactly, TJ. Where is the money going? It ain't getting spent. It ain't getting spent. And the money that is getting spent on stuff that we don't need. Vieira, Kivior, who wants to leave, by the way? Kivior. Tim Castagne. We out here looking at Tim Castagne. Tim Castagne. That's what we are. I digress.
I'm in shock also. I'm literally, in shock. But you know what, thanks to TJ, my good friend, I see this guy, in many shows and podcasts. I've always wanted to invite him, but I've not really had that. I've not really had that guts to actually come around him and say, "Hey, Kai, I want you to come into my show." But thank you, TJ. Kyle is here, making his debut on my show. Needs no introduction. Because of course, many of our subscribers down here, they know this guy. I know this guy. Matt knows this guy. Making his debut on the show. Kyle, you're welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome, man.
Big up, Tony. Thank you very much, brother, to have me on your show. It's a pleasure. And anytime, Tony, I love to jump on, man. I'm going to be doing my own live streams. I'll be wanting all you legends on my shows as well. I'm a big up to Matt. legend in the house, and another legend underneath there beside me, TJ. Big up to you all, and all the chat. I just roughly have to say one thing here, Tony. Very simple.
See, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I really want you to talk about this our transfer window. Look at what is happening with with these guys. Yeah, Declan Rice hasn't come into the football club. We're looking at Lavia, Thomas Partey to leave the football club. See, aren't we in a big mess? Kyle, talk to these people.
The club is a joke, Tony. It's a joke. Third biggest club in England, and we acting like this. I'm just after hearing reports that Thomas Partey is looking for a transfer to the Saudi Arabia Super League. Now, if this is true, pack his bags and let him go. I want players at the club that's going to wear the jersey and play with passion and compete to win the league. I'm sick of these lads coming in here, thinks that they're bigger than the club. Out! I said it about Orson. I said it about Van Persie. I said it about Sanchez. All these so-called legends. Out! Thomas Partey the same. Not happy. Goodbye. It's time to put the foot down. It's time to act like a big club instead of this joke that's going on. How many more ex-Chelsea players are we going to sign? Havertz, or whatever his name is. It's embarrassing. Tony, let me explain to you about standards. I tell you about standards. I'm now sitting in the back of a bus. There's the bus. Right? And I'll tell you what I'm doing in the back of the bus. I came up with 35 Irish men to go to the Aviva Stadium, which is our national stadium, to watch my excuse of a country play in a Euro qualifier against Gibraltar here tonight in Dublin. And 35 are gone into the game and I refuse to go in. I refuse to go in. And the reason why I refuse to go in is because we got destroyed by Greece 3 nights ago. And 45,000 clowns are going in there tonight to support that disgrace of a country. My country. That's my standard. Not good. I'm out here protesting. I want the manager, Stephen Kenny, as our manager. I want him gone. Me and Del Boy went in there to a game and we put up a banner saying Kenny out. And we got attacked by 25 Irishmen. Because we're wanting standards. And I'm the same with Arsenal Football Club. I want my standards up to here. This is not standards. Our standards are on the floor. Havertz. He's useless, Tony. The man will offer Arsenal nothing. I had an argument there tonight. One of the Ireland fans here is an Arsenal fan. And he's delighted that we're linked to Havertz, that we're going to get Havertz. I said, the man can't score a goal. What's he going to do? Oh, I'll put him in midfield. I have a 13-year-old daughter to break him up with a tackle. This is what I'm talking about. The standards are an absolute disgrace. Arteta linked to go to PSG. It's all fabrication nonsense. Taken away from the way we're carrying on this transfer window.
Nice.
It's absolute shambolic. Why is Declan Rice not at Arsenal? Why is he not at Arsenal? Go out and put the 120 million on the table and show that we're serious. If not, forget about it. Fans there going out to buy the merch. It's a shambles. I have a friend who's a season ticket holder. He offered me 3 games, Tony. The Man United game on the 2nd of September. An Aston Villa game at home. And Bournemouth. I told him to keep the tickets. I haven't been at an Arsenal match in about 3-4 years now. Why? Because of that. That's why. Why should I travel for hours on end? Spend a big money that I have to work hard for. Let me explain this to you. And I'm going to say it now, straight up. I'm a social care worker. And I'm working with little children being abused. That's what I do. 12-hour shifts. For peanuts. And these lads are going out there representing, should be out there representing the badge. And they're getting hundreds of thousands a week. And look at what they do. Compete. This is what I'm here. Compete. Win. Not compete. Win. And if you don't win, I don't want to know nothing about it. It's embarrassing. Players tired. Nonsense talk. Saga is tired. I'm working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week. Am I not tired? And I'm getting peanuts. These fellas are multi-millionaires. Retire at the age of 30, 35 years of age, they're finished. They can live 100 lifetimes without worrying about electricity bills, without worrying about putting food on the table. It's embarrassing what's going on. Fans making excuses for these multi-millionaire prima donnas. Missionaries looking for themselves. Liam Brady, the great Liam Brady, is retiring from football tonight. He said he's starting to fall in love with the game because it's now just a business. It's all about money. The great Liam Brady. These players that's playing today will be 50 times boot lessons. It's a shambles. I'm fuming. Raise the standards, people. That's all I got to say because I'm fuming.
It's a good thing you're in. It's a good thing you're in that bus. You would have woke up that stadium.
Thank you very much for that speech. But see, Kai, I have to thank you for that speech because I think these Arsenal fans, I think they're not listening. They're not hearing. These guys, they're deaf. They're not listening to any of this. Yeah. How in God's name will any Arsenal fan be comfortable? Yeah, in a season that will just drop the ball, being the biggest bottle jobs, in the league. I've never seen this sort of bottle job nature, ever. We created that, We created this record, 248 days at the top, and then we dropped the ball to Man City. We, Arsenal, as a team right now, as an institution, should be the team gazumping deals in the transfer window. We should have signed like up to 5 and 4 of our targets by now. But we've done nothing. Nothing. And Edu is out there smoking on Cuban cigars, grilling chicken, having win the dog to see, all this ridiculous news. That's what you get from Arsenal. Giving Rhys Nelson a new deal. It's a disgrace. What has this guy done for the football club that warrants this guy's deal to come before any other deal? I heard that Raya wants to leave Brentford and come to a club that will offer him Champions League football. Why is Arsenal not into that deal right now? Because I'm sorry he's American, but I'm sorry I don't trust Turner. And even Aaron Ramsdale, he needs a push. Why is Arsenal not all over that deal right now for Raya to come in? Why? Arsenal, I've got this fetish. I said this yesterday. We have a fetish, and a fetish for relegated players. Castagne, a loser in Leicester City. A loser in Leicester City. Now we're going for Lavia, another relegate. What's this fetish for these relegated players? Why can't we go and sign Centurions? Why, see, if we go right now to Real Madrid and tell Real Madrid, I want to give you 80 million for Camavinga. Is it a crime to go put our hearts in for Camavinga? We're a big football club. Why can't we go get that kind of guy and bring him to the football club? Why must we be going for all these dead players that are already in the mud to come to our football club to become pensioners down here? I don't want to see any other Chelsea reject in my football club. We went into that Chelsea team to go look at Mason Mount, and we're coming out taking Kai Havertz. These guys must be looking at us and say, what type of idiots are these negotiators? These guys are idiots. They're knuckleheads. They won't believe Chelsea Football Club won't believe their luck that someone is coming to give them full money, no discounts allowed, full money, yeah, for Kai Havertz, who's played for this football club for nearly up to 3 or 4 seasons. You're mute. You're mute.
Sorry about that, fellas. Let me throw this out there. I'm gonna call out a list of names. Let's go down the Chelsea roll call. Let's do a Chelsea roll call to Arsenal. William Gallas, Lassana Diarra, Yossi Benayoun, Peter Cech, David Luiz, Willian. I'm gonna say it again. Willian. Okay.
Please stop.
In that Kai Havertz. Where are the Drogbas? Huh? Where are the injuries? Where are the top players? Where are the top players coming from Chelsea? Look, I know some people disagree with me on this. Gundogan is a good player. But when Pep lets a player go, I know something is wrong. There's something wrong. Arsenal have been skint year after year when we get somebody else's hand-me-down players. Hand-me-down. It's just like old socks. You start wearing them to the holes are in the socks. We get players the holes. Yeah.
We'll be scammed.
Yeah.
Scammed again. It's another scam.
It does not work out well.
Lessons yet.
Yeah, it does not work out well for us. When it's time for us to go out and splash the cash on quality players, we don't do it. They're quality players. We're looking at them go to other clubs. We're looking at other teams looking at these players. Real Madrid had their player in soon as the window opened. It was bish, bash, bosh, bang. He was there holding up the jersey. No. How much is it? You say 120? Well, we'll give you 120 plus interest for y'all trouble for coming out today. We're gonna cut the check, move on. What does Arsenal do? Hey, Declan Rice, we want 100 million. TJ, what did we show up with the first time? Was it 45 or 50 million? We showed up with the first time. That was nowhere close. What they even asked for. Then we come back and still don't come at it again. We have bid on Declan Rice 5 times, almost 5 times. I've got it. 5 times, and we still have not sealed the deal. We have not sealed the deal. Sasado, me and you, Tony, we sat right there. They said they wanted, what was it, 80 million? We show up with 70. They said 80 million. They said 80 million. Now we're going to fund them. We're going to fund Chelsea getting the player. Chelsea's going to get the player because we're going to be stupid enough to go out and buy Kai Havertz for $50 million. They're going to have the down payment. Bish, bash, bosh, bang. By the time this transfer window is over, he'll be holding up one of those blue jerseys with Yokohama tires on it. And then he'll be sitting over there at Chelsea, and we'll be sitting there listening to these fools try to justify to us that Kai Havertz is the second coming of Dennis Bergkamp. That's what we're going to be sitting up here listening to as the season starts. And I, for one, am quite frankly sick and tired of going through this crap every single year. I have had enough of it. I've had enough of it. You cannot fool me when the team has just made the top-selling jersey in its history on a losing season, Tony. People can say what they want to say. 248 days at the top. 248 days at the top. There's no way that you can spin to me that there's not some form of surgery that needs to be done in this team and in this executive organization at Arsenal. There are some people that should have been fired day one. And it also tells me the mindset of Stan Kroenke. It tells me the mindset that they have not fired some of these folks. Because I'd be embarrassed. Tony, one thing I can say about us Americans. Tony T, I have a lot of pride. And for the 248 days at the top, to lose. I don't care who it is. Everybody getting fired. Gunnarsar's getting fired. The kit man getting fired. The dog, the wind, we send them back to the kennel. Everybody getting the dose of it. Everybody getting the dose of it.
Everyone gets fired.
248 days at the top. It's unacceptable, Tony. Tony, it's unacceptable that we are sitting here penny pinching over a player that we've put in almost 6 bids for. And then you're going to come to me and tell me that Kai Havertz is what the doctor ordered. I'm just not going to accept it. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me what you want to call me. Y'all can call me a fool.
I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. And see you guys, yeah. See you guys. I'm sorry to spoil the show, yeah. But I really do think that Arsenal haven't even placed the bid for Declan Rice. How about that? I'm sorry. All these things you're hearing in the news is just for show. It's just PR. I really deep down in my mind, in my heart, I feel that Arsenal haven't placed a bid for that guy yet. They're still haggling with the negotiators. They haven't placed a bid yet. For me, that's what I think. I even think that other clubs have placed a bid. I'm sorry. Because these guys, I can't trust these guys in anything. I don't. I just don't. Kai, you wanted to say something before I go to TJ?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. And I'll tell you another thing. I just want to say what Matthew said there. I'm about to get a couple of fans comparing Odegaard to Dennis Bergkamp. Now, let me get something straight. The first fan that compares Havertz to Dennis Bergkamp, I'm going to break his neck like a little chicken wing. It's as simple as that. I'm not tolerating that. Get out me face. I'm not listening to that crap. I'm not listening about Odegaard. I ain't listening about Havertz. No way. I'll be arrested. That's the standards. That's the standards. Compare Odegaard and Havertz to Dennis Bergkamp. What the hell is going on here? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You'd be better off supporting Walsall or someone. At least you know what you're going to get with them. This club is going to be the death of me.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. See, TJ Warren, yeah, see, we have this guy, yeah, just like I said, that Arsenal have a fetish for relegated players, yeah. We have this guy, this 19-year-old from Southampton, yeah. This is an Arsenal transfer show, yeah. So let's talk about actual transfers, yeah. Thomas Partey might leave the football club this summer. And the guy to come to replace him might be this 19-year-old called Lavia. Do you like this potential signing? And listen, it has been reported, yeah, that Arsenal have placed a £40 million bid for Lavia this morning. Do you subscribe to this signing? Do you like this guy? Do you think this guy has the metal? Yeah? Do you think this guy has got the metal? Do you think he got the balls to lace Thomas Partey's shoes? Does he have it?
Is he a CDM? I hate to ask the question. Is Lavia even a CDM?
I don't know.
Does anybody actually know?
Everyone in the news report seem to feel like this guy is coming to replace Thomas Partey.
Can you check that for me?
What's your take on that?
He is a defensive midfielder.
He's a defensive midfielder. Okay, yeah. So yeah, play him in the League Cup games, play him in the early rounds of the FA Cup. But other than that, thank you, Jaminho. Sorry to be ignorant about that. Yeah, no, I think these are signings to bolster the CDM role when we don't get Declan Rice. And I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, guys. I want to be wrong. Okay. I believe, yeah, and sub to everybody real quick. There's a lot of people watching on all three of these channels. Make sure you are subscribing to Southern Gooner. Make sure you're subscribing to Kyle Walsh at the URL right below. Make sure you are subbing to Tony if you are coming in on me and Matt's channel. Make sure you're subscribing to TJ Warren TV and liking all three of us, because unfortunately this club is shortening our lives by the day. I'm pretty sure taking full weeks off with every news article that comes out. Anyway, to answer your question though, Tony, it's a depth. If anything, it's a depth signing. What I am getting a little bit upset about is the fact of, like, why are we not in for James Maddison? Why are we not in for people that have won trophies recently?
Oh my God. The Holy Ghost is speaking through you, TJ. You got the Holy Ghost in you. The Holy Ghost is in you. You have the Holy Ghost in you. The Holy Ghost is in you.
Oh
why? God. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I've done a lot of bad things. I don't think
the Holy Ghost. Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure the Holy Ghost wouldn't subscribe to me. Anyway,
the Holy Ghost in it. Because it looks like these guys are dumb.
Well, no, here's the thing though, too, is that
see, TJ, I think you got the Holy Ghost in you. Because all these Arsenal fans, they're not listening to this. The so-called guys on the board, they're not listening. They prefer to try all this PR stunts. Go and get me some real midfielders. How about that? Go, see, forget all this nonsense these knuckleheads are talking. Go and get me James Maddison. Pair him up with Thomas Partey. Yeah, and go get me Declan Rice. Let's forget this pretense. We don't like this Lavia guy. I don't like this PR spin that Arsenal's putting into everything. Go get me James Maddison, clear this Declan Rice issue, and let's go.
I do want to be clear. I do want to be clear about something.
Go get Amosa Diaby. Go bring it up from Germany. Bukayo Saka arrest. That's what we need. Go get me a Vlahovic or Lautaro Martinez to fire us forward. I don't want to see any more pensioners from Chelsea Football Club to come and play for my football club. You guys have totally forgotten that we have a certain 32, 33-year-old in our football club who is also a pensioner from Chelsea Football Club that have seemed to have eluded everyone this season because he performed just a little bit, and all Arsenal fans are like, oh, okay, he has a pass mark. And no one is talking about this guy, Jorginho. Jorginho is still at this football club. I'm sorry he had good plays last season, but he's over 30. How many over 30 midfielders do we need in that?
Yeah. Tony, I'm going to say something. I'm sorry for coming in. I'm going to say this because I'm sick listening about this. I'm going to say it straight up. This is how I feel. Jorginho shouldn't be at the club in the first place because he's not good enough. We're linked with this Lavia fella. He's not good enough. His team got relegated. Failure after failure after failure.
Losers.
Kia Ward, Holding, Tomiyasu. These lads are not good. Shevchenko, not good enough. Shaka, why is he still at the club? This is embarrassing stuff.
He's not leaving. It's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
We all four of us know what that's all about. We know it's a 1-year extension, and he'll be here. We love our Granit Xhaka. They showed us at the end of the season.
It's unbelievable. And then you stay at the club.
Granit Xhaka is not going anywhere. He's staying at the football club.
Yeah.
He's going
anywhere. Jesus, not good enough. He won't score the goals. And let me tell you something about Havertz. Maybe someone in the chat might be able to see if this is right. I think that man is up to score 19 goals in 3 years at Chelsea Football Club.
19 goals. That was it, y'all. 19 goals.
19 goals in 3 years. And we're paying 50 million for him. Are you kidding me?
Hey, 50. Let that sink in, y'all. I want that just for dramatic effect. Let that sink in. $50 million euros for Kai Havertz. And what? See, fellas, the thing, and TJ, I'm gonna come at you that Madison. That Madison, you were cranking on that Madison. I'm gonna come back to that. The 50 million euros, and they'll tell you this fan base will sit there and tell you we don't have money for a quality player, and we're spending 50 million euros. See, this is why when I get so upset when I talk about the players that we bring in, is that we could go out and actually get quality players. But the problem is, this is my theory. The manager doesn't want to have to deal with anybody that's coming with a little bit more stroke than him. He wants yes men. He wants the yes of the yes men. This is why Elden is still at this club. He wants players like Rod Holding. He wants players that have an inferiority complex. There's no players coming into this team that's demanding that we win the title. Y'all remember when Alexis Sanchez was here and Bellerin was talking about he wanted to win too much? Oh man, we can't. He wants to win too much. No, we need players that come in with standards. Bellingham said he wants to win in Europe. He wants to compete, win titles. We got a batch of players that's saying that it's okay. We came in second place after being 248 days at the top. TJ Madison, he's out there. You could have got Madison and Onana if you don't want to spend all the money on right. Now watch, they'll go to Spurs. I guarantee you they'll go to
Tottenham. They are.
I guarantee you Tottenham will come right in. Whoop, Henry right in the game. They'll be up there. Ooh, Zing Sauce will be over there. They'll be celebrating. And
Man, that's how they do. They do. All these other clubs, yeah, they do transfer. See, and again, yeah. See, let's get to the root of this problem, yeah, because
Edu needs to go. That's the root of it. So Edu needs to go.
Yeah, guys, I have a theory. Yeah. I really do think that the negotiators for the deal that we have, yeah, the bunch of clowns. No one respects Arsenal negotiators. Have you noticed this? No club respects Arsenal's negotiators. I think this is where the problem is. They don't respect anything we say. They take whatever is coming from our mouths as just for show, as a PR stunt. They feel we're not serious when we're coming to bid for a player. They laugh at us. They make fun of us when these guys are coming for negotiations. I think that's it. Because tell me, how can you explain this Caicedo deal that just went away out of our fingers? I didn't know how that deal just went away from how it slipped through our fingers. How did that go away? I don't know. I really think that our negotiators are half-wits. They don't know the modern tactics on how to lure players into the football club. They prefer a PR showdown. They prefer this public talk and what my brother Matt will call smokes and mirrors. Yeah, that's what these guys prefer. They don't prefer to go and legitimately and genuinely talk about a deal to this football club that you're going to get their players. And you know what? Yeah, I'm really thinking that West Ham have grown fed up of Arsenal's dilly-dallying and haggling with the price. If the football club say that their captain is worth £100 million, hey, go and give West Ham £100 million for Declan Rice. How about that? How about that? That's what they need. Go cut the check for these guys and we get our man. We still have that 80-90 million that we're supposed to spend for Mudryk. That's supposed to come into the football club. So why this penny pinching? And we also still have that money burning the hole in the pocket for that Caicedo deal that has never been done. But both of them are about 160 million.
Yeah, I ain't thought about that, Tony. You know what, Tony?
Haggling of the price.
Tony bring up a good point.
Check for Declan Rice. Go in, get a Madison. What is this? What is this?
Tony, you bring up a good point, man. That right there, what Tony just said. Now, did y'all catch that? Did y'all hear that with your third ear? He said 3 players that we put in bids of 90, upwards of 75 plus million euro. Where I had to catch myself. Where's the money at? Where's the money at? This is why I said it. Where's the money at? We go to the table. It's like you said, we go to the table. And before we even get to the table, people already left. You know, Arsenal think they're laughing with people. No, people are laughing at you. People are laughing at you. You walk in, there goes there's Arsenal. They're not serious, man. And they'll just sit there and entertain them all the while. They just sit there. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when it's time for us to negotiate. Is that people are laughing at us? They've already got it's just Man City and everybody else has already got their paperwork already submitted. It's just a matter of how stupid they want to make us look in front of the world. What's going to happen is Declan Rice deal. If this is what's going to happen, if we get this done, I'm going to play hypothetical. Let's just say in a perfect world, Declan Rice gets done. That's probably going to be it for the year, y'all. because it takes us so long to get stuff done. We'll end up getting Declan Rice, Tim Castagne, and everybody else in between. And then we'll get sold on Declan Rice. And then that'll be it. And then all of us are going to go into the season next year. We're going to be like, yep, we're going to finish 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh, y'all guys are negative. You know, you get behind the team, support the team. But we already see what the writing is on the screen. This PR machine has brainwashed its fan base so well. This is like Jim Jones. I've never seen anything like this. And I'm showing my age now. I'm talking about me, Jim Jones. Me and
I know what you're talking about.
Showing my age. Yeah. So I mean, this is, I have the brainwashing. They have drinking the Kool-Aid. They have drunk the Kool-Aid. And everybody, you get on Twitter, you see these drones, and they're defending this foolishness. And I have to constantly remind people, 248 days at the top. We watched City hold up a treble. We threw away 3 of those competitions because we had. Hold on, where is it at? Because I always keep it nearby when I need to play it.
No, don't say that because
bigger fish to fry. That's what we were told. Bigger fish to fry. And now it's time to put up and shut up in the transfer window. We hadn't even got the skillet out. The skillet is not even out the draw to fry anything. We're not even moving. We're not moving like a big club. We're not moving like a club that wants to.
Can I remind you guys of something? We paid $75 million for Nicola Pepe.
It can't get 2 million.
75 million pounds. We export him out to France like he is a bad slice of cheese, no pun intended. And we got, and we're gonna get what, maybe 15 tops for him, maybe
if we get that.
Yeah, if we get that. So here was my point on that, and I keep hammering on this point, guys. I keep hammering on it. If we can pay $75 million for somebody that was not Premier League proven at the time, we can shell out 110 for somebody that is a proven international, a proven Premier League captain, future England captain, potentially future Arsenal captain. I don't understand for the life of me what is the problem. It is like 1 + 1 = 3 with these people.
7.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, let me say this. We're sitting here, we're talking about the problems with the finances. This is going on even before the Kroenkes. This is going on for years and years and years at this club. It's embarrassing. We're getting the likes of Pascal Segan and all these Denitson and all these clowns. And then we wonder why we're gone 20 years without a trophy, without a league title. 30 years without a European title. That's a combination of 50 years. This is what this club has done. And here we are, 2023. We're still saying that we're not putting out the right amounts of money for these players. We're still in the bargain bin.
Yeah.
25 years later.
Hey, Kyle, we knocked down the stadium to compete with the likes of Barrow and Queen's Park Rangers and MK Dons. That's what we knocked down the stadium to compete with.
That's exactly what we did, Matt. And let me tell you something, lads. And I'm just going to say this quickly because I say it quite a lot. I don't know if you were ever in Highbury Stadium in your lifetimes before. I was privileged enough that I got to Highbury quite a few times. Walking down along into that stadium, the atmosphere when you go in was unbelievable. I saw the great Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, Perez, Adams, Keown. I've seen the legends. I grew up with these legends. And now they knock down Highbury and they go to this empty stadium that I also have had privilege to go to. And there's 3,000 away fans, and I'm hearing their songs more than our own fans. And this season was our first season since we moved to the Emirates that we've generated an atmosphere. And that atmosphere was all about our manager singing songs about this clown. Put up big banners, big flags about, and he on the banner. What about the club?
The best looking Spaniard we know.
This is not about this one individual.
Vamos.
Why is the fan base hung up so much on this one individual? The club is bigger than any individual.
Say it again, Kyle. Say that one more time for the people in the back. What is the club is what?
Bigger than any one person. Bigger than Thierry Henry, who has a statue outside the stadium. Bigger than Dennis Bergkamp, who has a statue outside the stadium. Bigger than Tony Adams, who has a statue outside the stadium. Bigger than Herbert Chapman, who has a statue outside the stadium. It's embarrassing what's going on at this club. Embarrassing. Highbury I understand we had to move because of money and all this, but don't tell us lies. Don't tell the real fans lies, because we can see through the lies, because we're real fans. We love our club. We know what the club means. It runs through my fucking veins on a daily basis. And this is what I'm putting up with. It's a disgrace.
Can I say something? Can I bring up something right quick, Tony? Can I bring up something right quick? And we didn't bring this up, but he just made me thought about something.
Yeah, sure.
What the hell is Zinchenko doing out there doing interviews on Piers Morgan? The only thing he needed to be talking about was why we blew that title last year. He should have been going on national TV to talk about why we blew a title last year, and that I need to improve in my defense. That is the only thing that he should have been discussing. We have too much exterior stuff going on at Arsenal Football Club. We have too much everything else except what's on the pitch. Have you noticed that? Have y'all noticed that we are all over the place except where we need to be at the club? The business needs to be conducted on the pitch.
Yeah. Except for our heads in the pitch.
Yeah. When it counted last year, when we needed 4 wins coming down the stretch. We needed 4 wins. Where was everybody at? What was all this talk that they're talking about now? See, everybody, our club worries about everything except what it was built to do. Win football games. You put a damn clock up to win football games. The clock stands for winning the football game. That was put up. Time. Herbert Chapman put the clock up. Time. It's time to win. It's time to win. If God rest his soul for Claude Edu, it's time to go. It's time to clean this mess up. This is why I said this year, I personally will be harder on Arsenal than I have my entire following Arsenal career. I am going to be on this team like white on rice. No pun intended. I'm telling you, I have had it. That what we saw last year was absolutely unacceptable, gentlemen. There's no excuse. No excuse. Nobody else in the English Premier League, maybe Tottenham, and I highly doubt they put up with it, would put up with being at 240 days at the top and coming out of a season empty-handed and then celebrating on
Tottenham would accept it.
And then celebrating on the last day as if you have won something. Man, sit there and like as if we won something. And then you come into the transfer window and then you show up and get Kai Havertz. $60 million. And then before that, Tony, remember that guy that was over there at Galatasaray we were looking at? That guy at Galatasaray we were looking at?
This guy's brainless. Like, I
think
don't know,
about
man.
that, bro.
This guy's brainless.
Blockhead.
Brainless. Where did they get this knucklehead? Where did they? Wait, yeah. See. I want to know where this Kai Havertz thing came from, because I still don't know the root cause of this Kai Havertz stuff. Where did it come from? It just came out from nowhere, and Arsenal were going for this guy. See, Arsenal doesn't have a transfer plan. How about that? I just thought that we went into that Chelsea. We just went there to negotiate for maybe Mason Mount, and then we decided we couldn't get the Mason Mount, and we just decided to just make a big fool of ourselves and go in and get this Kai Havertz. And what I'm getting right now, I'm hearing that we're begging Chelsea to give us this player. With what I heard, and this from a close friend of mine with links to any of the two clubs, I'm not going to say. He said that Arsenal is literally begging That's what he's told me. That Arsenal is literally begging Chelsea to give us Kai Havertz. Can you
Remember-
believe this?
Yeah, I can remember. I can believe it. Remember when we were bantering for like a full week?
Well,
We were
strike
bantering
was-
United.
20
We were bantering
goals
United for
this
wanting to
season.
get Mason Mount. Remember when we were laughing at him for getting Mason Mount? And then I should have put money on it because it was a sure thing for Arsenal to go out and do something more embarrassing than that.
Yeah. I mean, we went past foolishness to straight delusion.
Yeah.
I just Kai Havertz, man. I mean, that is the lowest of the low. This man, 7 goals, 1 assist in 32 games last season. Come on, bro. Where are we at? You're telling me there's not another player in Europe that we can go out and get that's better than that? Huh? Come on, y'all.
Wait, but it looks like this. It seems that we're not looking at the bigger picture. Let me tell you the bigger picture. We're not even funding the move for Caicedo. That's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that Arsenal needs a striker, in the ilk of Vlahovic. Chelsea is in serious clandestine series of meetings have already been done for Vlahovic from Juventus. Arsenal will be funneling Chelsea Football Club with the cash to go splash the cash to Juventus to bring in a striker, and they are dumping their own dead player in the mud already, this Kai Havertz, and bringing him to us. No. Do you see the do you see the process? Do you see the process? Arsenal funding these guys. Okay, how about this? We funded the deal for João Felix last season. How about that? We gave these guys £12 million to go and pay for the loan deal for João Felix.
Don't forget about City. Don't forget about City.
These guys to go bring in Vlahovic from Juventus that they will get for about 70, 80 million. That money you're going to give to Chelsea Football Club for Kai Havertz. How about going directly to Juventus Football Club? They need money. Oil their palms, grease their palms with money, and say, hey, we need Vlahovic to come in. And after all, Mikel Arteta likes this guy. Why aren't we in for this guy? Instead, we're funding that move for Chelsea Football Club to go get this guy. What's wrong with these guys? What's wrong with this knucklehead? What is this? TJ, please, on a lighter note, because I don't want people to say, oh, we're negative, we're this. Let's be plain. Let's look at positives, What are the positives you can take from Kai Havertz as a player? I want you to just look at him. Like, let's don't cast stones yet. What can you give us as an advantage any advantage of this guy? Just tell us any, so that it won't look as if maybe we're just mouthing this guy. We don't know him personally. Maybe we're just give us any positives that you know about Kai Havertz. Anyone, a single one.
He's won a European championship just like Jorginho did with Chelsea. That's it.
I got one. He's tall.
He's a dead baller. He cannot score goals. He cannot finish his dinner. The guy does not fit anywhere in Arsenal. And I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative either. I'm talking in a hushed tone, gentlemen, because I will fly off the handle if somebody tries to convince me that Kai Havertz is the answer in any position to compete at a top level. Put the Champions League aside. Think about the Premier League, okay? Matt, you said it. We are sponsoring Chelsea's rebuild.
Yep.
We sponsored Man City's treble. And we are about to sponsor a drop to the Europa League, we're about to sponsor a drop to the Europa League at Arsenal because we couldn't bring in the right players. Maybe sponsor's not the right word, but you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, and big up Saka. They're doing great. Saka hat trick, great, awesome.
Yeah,
all I'm saying though is Tony. All I'm saying is, look. I'm sure Kai Havertz is a nice guy. I'm sure I could go and grab a beer, and if there was a German translator there, we would have a great time. But I'm not going to say that Kai Havertz is the answer to any of our problems at the football club. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Latimus, do you mean facilitate? Yes, I do mean facilitate. Thank you, Latimus. Latimus is out here like helping me out with my mathematics, my diction. I appreciate it, Latimus. Big up. No, but all I'm saying though is that the ambition of this club is shown in the way we conduct our transfer business. This ambition
like clowns,
is going to land us in the Europa League or in Conference League next season. Mark my words, gentlemen. Mark my words. And keep in mind, by the way, keep in mind, top 5 gets into the UCL next season.
Yeah, so you already know where the floor is at. You already know where the floor is next year, TJ.
Yep. So sorry, I didn't really answer your question. To answer your question, Tony, no, I don't think Kai Havertz contributes positively to this club.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle, I want to bring you in here. Yeah, see, you've seen the charade that's going on with our transfer window. We've not brought in anyone. Serious clubs have already brought in people already. Yeah, serious clubs have signed in people already. Who do you think Arsenal should forget about all this PR stunt going on? Who should we be going to get right now? Kyle, what do you say to that? Who do you want us to just go and get? Forget this PR smokes and mirrors. Who do you want at the football club? Who should we be going and getting into the football club right now?
Yeah,
without
very
much
simple. Very simple. You just go and pay the 120 million, get Declan Rice in. And when you do get him in, the first thing you do is you hand him the captaincy band. And you say you're captain of this team, you're the leader of this club, and you tell Odegaard, you ain't no captain. Learn how to play football first. Instead of your sideways passing and backwards passing. That's the first thing I do. The second thing I would have done, was got Casino into the club. But now that's gone, obviously. But if I was in charge, that's what I'd be doing. Then I'd be getting myself an out-and-out goal scorer. One of the elite strikers in European football. Then I'd be looking at my backline. And I'd be getting in a couple of players that's Premier League experienced. Just because they don't have a big fancy name. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be looking at getting a backup goalkeeper. That's going to push Ramsdale. Because Ramsdale has it too easy. So there's a good few things that needs to be done. For me, Tony, personally speaking, there's 8 or 9 players at that club that needs to go. And we need to bring in 5 or 6 top-class football players. With heart, with determination, and a winning mentality. If not, I ain't open for business. Simple as that. There's so many things wrong at our club right now, Tony, that it's going to take years to come back. Forget winning league titles and Champions Leagues next season, the season after, I'm saying it here tonight. We will not win a league title for the next 10 years. Trust me. Next season, Champions League, we won't even make it out of the group stages. Trust me. How many more times do I have to say these things? For people to wake up. That's the reality, Tony. We have so much work to do, my friend, and we have no one to do it. And
Matt,
I'll
of
answer your
course, you
question
just
that
had
you asked
Kylie.
me
It's
there
told
about
you the
Havertz.
amount of players we need.
Havertz has one positive thing about for Arsenal. One. He might sell a few jerseys, he might make a few quid for the club. That's about it.
Oh yeah, hey, they going off the shelf like hotcakes, Kyle. They going off like hotcakes, brother.
Absolute donkey. A donkey. That's what he is.
They're gonna pose him with the dog. They'll pose him with the New
Matt,
Jersey with the dog.
And Matt, with the gold stripes,
Matt, you've
Reapers
heard
sent
what
what
Kai
we did
Havertz said.
20 years ago. Undefeated.
Yeah,
And we're going around with gold stripes. Reapers second that
yeah,
with these clowns.
Yeah.
Are you joking me?
yeah. It's a slap in the face, man.
It's a bit, see, yeah, and it hurts me, yeah, because when people see Arsenal fans, yeah, just talking about these things, yeah, it looks like they don't feel what we're saying. They don't understand it, yeah. They don't understand it because I'm hurting, yeah. We came second. For me, that wasn't success. That was just, it wasn't even progress, yeah. I call it progress. It was nothing. To be very sincere, I went to win that trophy, yeah, last season, and then we bought with it, and we have a fighting chance. We have Champions League in the bag. No other excuse. The excuse for years and years and years of not giving us the best of the best was that Arsenal was in Europa League. We can't sign the bigger players. Right now, we have the bigger fish. Right now, we have it. We have Champions League football. So why is it very difficult, yeah, to go into the transfer window and call the shots for these big-time players and get them into the football club? Matt, what's really the problem? Do you think that Mikel Arteta doesn't have the pull? Because we have to start identifying what the problem is. Is it that this guy don't have any pull in the transfer window? Because this other guy, Cancelo, I believe we're talking to Caicedo. That news is as dry as the Finnish summer. It's sunny overdrive down here, yeah? Yeah? That news is still now. We've not heard anything. Just today, I heard that Kylian Tierney will be staying at the football club. You know, see here, we don't have any identity at the football club. We talk here today. Tomorrow, we're there. Kylian Tierney's leaving the football club. Oh, everyone is angry. Oh, and Mikel Arteta comes up to today, and he's staying back. Oh, and it's all good. What is the problem? What is the problem? Man,
Tony,
please, that's what it is. Man.
Tony,
what is the problem?
Look at
what is the problem? Why can't we get Cancelo? We've forgotten about that news, right?
How many world-class players have come out and stressed and have put emphasis on saying that they want to come play for a manager like Arteta? Let me ask you. Let me paint this picture for y'all. Do you think are Arsenal fans that naive to think that the world was not watching us bottle that league last year? I mean, just think about if you are a world-class player and you watched Arsenal bottle that league last year. The lack of ambition. We have a lack of ambition at this football club. I'll say it again. We threw away the Mickey Mouse Cup. We threw away the FA Cup. We threw away the Europa League. But you can best believe we win this Community Shield. This plate on wood, I guarantee you, it will be hyped up as if we have won the World Cup. They'll make this. They'll be that hyped up. The lack of ambition at this football club over the last 15 to 20 years has been absolutely scandalous. We had ever since that Champions League back in 2005. We went on the drought then. People forget about that. It was 13 years, Kyle? After that, it was 13. I think it was 13 years after that. Then the pressure got cooked on Wenger. We almost blew the FA Cup we was in. We almost blew that. We got bailed out. Then we beat Aston Villa, the lowest of the low Aston Villa. The lowest of the low Aston Villa. I think they were getting relegated or something. And then you turn around here, and then fast forward, we get the water break FA Cup with juice and crackers and timeouts and all that stuff. And then we win that FA Cup. And then what have we done since then? What have we done? Oh, we go out and struggle against Rapid Vienna. We go out to Dardanga, wherever that place was with the plastic pitch. We go over to we go out there and we deal with Sporting Lisbon, get put out on penalty kicks because our goalkeeper can't stop penalty kicks. And then you turn around here and then you look at everybody else. They take their stuff serious. Manchester United go out and they go win they win the Mickey Mouse Cup this year. They go out and do what they're supposed to do. They get trophies. What do you hear? Tony, how many Arsenal fans have you heard say, we're in the Champions League, I want to compete? How many have you heard say that in the last 2 months? You're not going to hear it. They just want to just say anything to just hang over Tottenham fans. They want to just say, oh, well, man, we look at where Tottenham's at. But Tottenham, we're above Tottenham. That's all that matters. I don't give a damn about where Tottenham is right now. Because as far as I'm concerned, and I'll say it again, the only difference between them and us is we got trophies in the cabinet and wear a red jersey. It's the same damn thing going on at both clubs. It's about the money, the dollar, the euro, the pound, the Nero. That's all it's about. The lack of ambition, the lack of ambition at this club is deafening. It is deafening. They're not talking about going into the season next year to win the title. They're not going in talking about that. Because let me tell you something, Tony. If they want to win a title, you'd have won it last year. If you want to win a title. And I'm just calling it spade a spade. If you wanted to win a title so bad, you would have won it last year. But we threw it away. Because we had bigger fish. We had bigger fish.
Prince Fuad is here. Prince Fuad is here. Is our guy, Prince Fuad. He says, Tony, behave.
Good to see you, Prince.
Prince Fuad. You know you're my guy, yeah? Prince Fuad. You're my guy. Yeah. And of course, he was always on my channel last season, Prince Fuad. Big ups to you. But Prince Fuad, man, I'm sorry. Last season, just, see, it just unraveled in our eyes. Yeah? What happened? We have a problem. And I'm sorry, Prince Fuad, there's no amount of cover-up. There's no paint job, yeah, that will cover what happened last season. We capitulated. We bottled it. We bottled jobs. We did that to ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. And right now that we do have a chance to redeem our image, redeem our face, yeah, redeem ourselves, and we're blowing it yet again in the transfer window. If we were serious, if we had any iota of shame, any iota of like, oh, let's appease these fans, we will be going out there and buying players right now, bringing them into the yard, bringing in Declan Rice, bringing Caicedo, go to Juventus, oil their palms with money, bring in Vlahovic, bring in a backup central defender. It's like everything that has happened to us, we've not learnt a thing yet. Yeah? I'm not seeing them going for a defender. And yet, a defender we got from America called Trusty. Yeah? Arsenal brought this guy. He didn't kick football for Arsenal. Let's get this correctly, yeah? We sent this guy on loan to Birmingham. Yeah? He had a couple of good displays that season for Birmingham. And right now, Arsenal want to sell off this guy for chicken change. A raw talent. That's a good guy. No nickel will be gotten for that guy. We will let that guy go on free. Look at the mess we're in. We can't even get players out. See, guys, make this make sense. A year ago, Aintley Maitland-Niles, yeah? Clubs wanted to give us £20 million. Leeds wanted to give us £20 million for Aintley Maitland-Niles. Yeah? Arsenal rejected those offers. Just this past week, Arsenal have released Aintley Maitland-Niles You know what? You know for how much? TJ, tell these people for how much Arsenal released Italy Maitland-Niles this past week.
We're not getting anything from him.
Oh my God.
Zero.
Well, guys, the proof is in the pudding.
Did he getting the same?
is in the
He's
pudding.
getting the same amount of money all four of us getting on this panel. That's what we getting for him. Not a damn thing. The PR
Yeah, guys, yeah. I just want us to just have our last pitch. Let's have our last pitch for the show. But Matt, you wanted to say something before we go to our last pitch?
The PR brainwashing at this football club is unmatched. It's unparalleled. I've watched the NFL my entire life. I watched the NBA. I've never seen anything like I've seen at Arsenal Football Club. This is the only club that will convince you that water is not wet. They will convince you that water is not wet. And I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like this. The spin this weekend. Kyle talked about it earlier. Oh, he turned down PSG. And what did that supposed to mean to me? We still lost the title last year. That does not change the fact that we lost the title. Our fan base, it is basically they can just throw. It's like a dog. You know, when a dog is a puppy, you can make a fool out of it. You can just throw something. The dog turn his head and he go look for it until he find it. That's what Arsenal fans they throw something. We turn around and they go look and they just keep looking. Forget about what's really going on. We botched the title. We botched the title. And now the same team that botched the title, the executives are out buying botched players. 60 million, 50 million for botched players. And then we were in for that other guy, the other brother there, about three weeks ago from Galatasaray. We were talking about that guy. And now it's Tim Castagne. That's Kai Havertz. You hadn't heard us being linked with no world-class players, no players that will get us over the line.
No world-class players.
Not one, Tony. Not one. Not
a single one.
It does. That's why I'm so passionate about what I say, because I know Arsenal are the third biggest club in England, and then we turn around here and it's just all they care about is just making money. That's all they care. They don't care about winning. If they had any ambition, they would have came out at the end of the season and said, "We're fixing this." Edu, thank you, but you got to go, brother. We're bringing in a specialist, somebody who knows how to get these transfers over the line. Only thing Edu knows how to do is book hotel rooms and get the caterers. That's all he knows what to do. What? Show me where he was getting the players at for Brazil. Because the last time he was affiliated with Brazil, they were getting skinned up by Germany 7-0. That's the last time I saw what happened when he was there. What experience does this man have to be dealing with world-class players? None. Zero. You asked the question earlier, Tony, where's the problem at? Therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. Edu has to go. Then Arteta has to produce. And then Kroenke has to cut the damn check. Those are the three things that have to happen in order for this club to be successful. And they have four. And the fans need to wake the hell up. Need to wake up. Get out of fantasy land. Because next year, this is going to be a nightmare. Man City's coming again. And I said it before, and I said it again. The next bar they're going to set will be trying to catch that invincible record. And then folks will start looking stupid once that happens. And then you have to deal with Newcastle, everybody else in between. And before you know it, we're going to be slipping back into the sea of irrelevance. And we'll be talking about what we used to do. We sound like old men like we do now. We sound like old men. Oh, I remember the days when we were winning titles, you know. These young kids, Tony, all they see is Man City every year. Man City, Man City, Man City, Chelsea here and there. Man City, Chelsea, United every once in a while. and then somewhere every 9-10 years, Arsenal might win something. We'll win. We might win something, or we'll be at the carpet to maybe try to win something. Because see, Tony, they told you this lie 2 years ago. What did they tell you? They said that Arsenal, we could compete in the Europa League. Well, if we drop down to Europa League, we can compete. We can win in the Europa League. And what happened in the Europa League? What happened there? So what makes you think that we're gonna walk in the Champions League and do anything better? We're gonna get our pants pulled down in the Champions League. You watch what I tell you.
We have to ask ourselves another question too, lads. We're always talking about Arsenal being the third biggest club in England. Manchester City has just won the Champions League. Chelsea, Champions League. Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Man United, Liverpool. Where's our Champions League? Nowhere. One final. That's it. You know what I mean? And Man City is at winning 5 Premier League titles in the last 6 years. How many Premier League titles have Arsenal won since it turned into the Premier League? 3. Are we really the third biggest club in England now at this moment of time? Because our records are getting smashed left, right, and centre. Scandalous. Where's the history? Where's the pride? The history, the tradition, the marble halls of Highbury. None of it matters anymore.
Man, guys, the comments are crazy here, man.
I just noticed what that was. I just saw that. Legendary chat tonight.
See you guys, yeah. Ateta and Edward pissed off Kyle real bad, man. They got this guy pissed off, man.
I am human, and let me tell you something. I'm
Still
here outside the Aviva Stadium.
The final
Wait, look.
transfer window.
Look. I'm still here sitting on the bus waiting for these 35 clowns to come back from the game. I think it's still in there. Carl Rossi or someone, let me know if Ireland is winning or losing. Because I'm protesting here. I ain't going into that stadium to look at that shit. Ireland are useless. Steve McKennie, out. Arteta, out.
Stan Kroenke, out.
I'm the only Irish fan sitting outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Out.
TJ, we'll start from you. Pictures out of this stream. Please just let us know what you think of Arsenal's transfer window, because it's an Arsenal transfer show. So, so what would you say to end the show for us?
Well, first of all, I'll shout out myself real quick.
What should happen? Just give us a pitch.
Yeah. So TJ Warren TV, make sure you're smashing the subs, smashing the likes for everybody on this panel, all 3 channels. And Kyle Walsh, I put his URL in earlier. Tony, my friend, my co-pilot, my brother. We have to get serious because so far on this transfer window, I rate it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
And the only reason we got 2 is because we re-signed Saliba. And certain fans in this fan base will say that is a signing. So I'll leave you at that. If we don't get Declan Rice, it's going to stay at a 2. It doesn't really matter what we do after that because it shows we're not serious. So that's it. And after, if I say anything past that, I'm just gonna be repeating what Matt and Kyle have already said. So we'll see what happens, Tony. Big up everybody in the chat. It's up to TJ Warren TV. Sure. Thank you again so much for having me on, Tony. It's great collaborating with you, my friend.
Thanks, my brother. Kyle, please give us your final pitch for today. Arsenal transfer window. We've signed no one. Zero signing at the start of the transfer window. So give us your final pitch for the show today.
Yeah, first of all, Toy, big up to you, man, for having me on the show. Brilliant. Love us. Matt, a legend of a man. TJ, legend. And all the chat, all legends. My final take on the whole situation is this, Tony. Straight up. This transfer window so far gets a big 0 from me. 0. People on about Saliba signing. Why? What has he done? My question is, what has Saliba done? I didn't see him do anything. People say he's world class. No, he's not. He's a good defender. He's young. I give him a chance. But don't win anything. Not interested. Simple. Saka the same. People calling him out world class. Scored a few goals there for England tonight. People hyping him up. Good player. I've seen a lot better in my lifetime. So, big zero. Time to start getting serious. Because I swear to God, if I go into this season without big signings, and I'm looking at the same crap as I watched last year, there's going to be World War III. Have to be. We have to start protest. We have to start something. I'll just give an example. I rang Del Boy today to come and protest outside this national stadium. Del Boy is on a boat going to France as we speak. So I'm up here on my own. But I'm the only one up here. Where's all the other Irish fans? The same has to happen at Arsenal if they fail next season. And believe me, they will fail next season. 0-0-0. Shambles.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Kai, for coming to the show today, man. Big energy from you, and we really needed that because I just want some of these Arsenal fans to really understand, where we are right now. We don't have signings, and I generally want this club to win. I want it to win. Yeah, I want it to win. How about that? I want it to win trophies. See, Matt. I know you're slowly loading up those clips. For the final one, yeah. Please hit us with your final words for this transfer show. We have the next one will be on your own channel. That will be I think the next 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I'll be looking forward for that. So Matt, please give us your final pitch before I give my pitch also.
I pray in the next 2 weeks that we have a signing. And I tell you this. It better be Declan Rice. And it better not be Kai Havertz in 2 weeks. But I have a deep sinking feeling it probably will be Kai Havertz. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. This has to stop. What we've dealt with the last 4 or 5 years has to stop. The years are slipping away, ladies and gentlemen. The years are slipping away. I don't normally bring up AFTV too often, but I will say this. You can go all the way back to that first video that played on that channel, and what Chris Hudson said then still applies to this club right now. We are still in the same situation. We are still at the bottom of the totem pole. We are still the laughingstock of Europe. Nobody takes us serious. We got executives getting other people cups of coffee on Amazon documentaries. We've got chief of a sporting director sucking toes. We've got Arteta mismanaging games. We're blowing away 248 days at the top, breaking world records that will probably never be broken again. We're setting all the wrong records, but we're not setting the right ones. This club is in need of major surgery. It's in major surgery. We need players. I'm going to do a reaction video. I'm going to cut one this evening. It'll probably run tomorrow morning or either the next day. Stuart Robson was on ESPN, and he had a couple of things to say. I'm going to speak on that about how this PR works at this football club. And him and Kieran Tierney, not Tierney, but Kieran Gibbs, and I'm going to speak on that because we're being sold fool's gold. The fan base is being sold fool's gold. When you start seeing the super large accounts trying to justify Kai Havertz coming to this team, you know that the checks are going in escrow. The checks are in escrow. And it has to stop.
Yeah.
People want to call people like us negative. They want to say, "Oh, you guys are negative." No. We are realist. We see it for what it is. You can't tell me 240 days plus at the top and you throw away the title. That's progress. That's not progress. That's regress. We have regressed. That means you're worse off than what you were because you can't capitalize on being where you need to be. Not one time after City took the title that we even looked like we were close to even sniffing it. And people were running around saying that, oh, well, we hunted City down. Well, what you mean? We were at the top all year. But that's what happens when the PR spins the narrative that they want to spin. We're in trouble, y'all. We're in trouble. In 2 weeks, Tony, we're going to be back. Me and you, we'll be back. And probably these two as well. We'll all be back. And we'll be over there on over my channel. We'll be looking. And I expect to see some signings. Some. More than 2. And I expect, you know what most importantly I expect, gentlemen? I expect to see some outgoings. Because we got a lot of dead wood, a lot of weight holding this team back. Ladies and gentlemen, you can check me out on the Southern Gooner here on YouTube. Everybody, make sure you subscribe to everyone on this panel. This has been an absolute joy this afternoon. This was therapy of the highest quality.
Facts.
See, guys, I'll give a very quick pitch here. I'm not going to hold up everybody here. Yeah. See, this is a very, very important clarion call to Arsenal, the board, whoever is handling Arsenal's negotiations. Please, you are being looked upon as clowns out there. Yeah, these clubs they're laughing, literally laughing at us. They don't take us seriously. In your negotiations, none of these guys are taking you seriously. They're laughing at you guys. Yeah. We're going for Kai Havertz. They're laughing at us. Why is no other club going for Kai Havertz? Are you guys kidding me? Yeah. We're in a big mess right now. Yeah. If he comes to the football club, I'll give him my support. That's me. I would support him as a player of this football club. But it's wrong because I know ethically it's not right. I've not seen enough for this guy to earn 250 per week. I see no reason why this guy, this model, should come and earn that. I don't see him as a footballer. Yeah. So I have a problem with that. Arsenal board, please change your ways. Go get us the players we need. We need competition in that team. We need fresh players, new centurions, matadors who would come in and put up a shift for us. We don't need any of all this PR stunt that you guys are doing right now. Just go get us players and let's fry the bigger fish. Yeah? We're not talking about the bigger fish. Now let's talk about the bigger fish. We have Champions League football. So what does that mean? We have no excuse. We need to go get the players that is befitting for Arsenal because we're the third biggest club in this league right now as it is. Let's go. Let's pull our weight in the market. Yeah? Chelsea's out here running us ragged, laughing at us. Yeah? Taking all the players we deserve to take, and they're taking them. They have no Champions League. They're about signing the deal for Caicedo. Yeah? They're going for Vlahovic. They're getting all the good players out there. Yeah? While Arsenal is out here looking on how to take their pensioners and looking on how to take their players that are already in the mud to come and become pensioners in our football club. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. It shouldn't be where our football club should be at. We should be at the top. We should be going because we just put up a challenge this season. What stops you from going to the market, going and getting better players, not relegated players, but players that can hold their own? Go get a Camavinga. Put in a bid, a cheeky one. Go get a Vlahovic. Yeah? Go get me a solid midfielder that will be there and we know, yeah, This is a midfielder. Kudus. All these guys. Turam. All these guys. Yeah. Mosa Diaby. I see. All these guys here. Matt, TJ, Kyle. They all have a transfer plan. All these guys have transfer plans. And it's better than Arteta's transfer plan. I'm sorry. It's better. Trust me. It's better than Edu's transfer plan. Because I've not seen any. Show me, where's the proof of your transfer plan? If Kai Havertz is your transfer plan, then I'm sorry. we're in for a heck of a season. See ya, guys. Go subscribe to TJ's channel at TJ Warren TV. Go subscribe to Matt, the Southern Gunner, and go subscribe to Car Wash. Yeah, that's our guy. You know, big up to you, and thank you for coming to the show today. And guys, please, if you're still here, please go subscribe to the mother channel that's actually showing this this program right now, Tony Cloud Gunner TV. Please show us some love and join us for our shows that we will be having here. Big ups, and catch you guys soon. Big ups. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the show.